Top sports where the takes don't miss. The prof with the stats, the champ with the fist. Water bringing fire, cowboys out riding bold. Bulls calling bets, watch the stories unfold. And it's truly eyebrows running the show. It's high top sports, baby.
Let's get it. Let's go. Good evening. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Today was a great day. We had 676 cheeseburgers at McDonald's. It was triple star days at Starbucks, $10 pizza at Costco. They must have known it was the best day of the week, boys and girls. When I tell you we got a jam-packed show, this thing is absolutely smothered with great things. Frankie Hammond Jr. will be joining us here in just a few moments. We're having technical difficulties, which pushes us behind the 8 ball a little bit, okay? We have a major announcement about halfway through the show. You don't want to miss it. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. And then today, the Gators got themselves a commit. A nice top 100 blue chip stock recruit, because he'll be up there. A recommit, if you will, that we'll talk about here. A top 4-star athlete that we'll talk about later on in the show and what he's going to do to this recruiting class. Recruiting class is a humming. So smash the like button, subscribe. Good to see you. Happy to have you here. Gentlemen, welcome to the boys. David Swolder and, of course, Hollywood. Join us here on this beautiful evening. Gentlemen, how are we doing? We've got 4 days of practice under our belt. The pads are hitting hot and heavy. The quarterback competition is getting steamy. A lot of great stuff. A lot of great things to discuss. Swolder, how are we feeling, big guy?
And the weather started to warm up, and guess what, baby? It's the best day of the week, obviously, but I'm trying to help Frankie Hammond through this whole little thing. He can't figure out StreamYard for a second. He can't log in or something like that, so I'm texting back and forth with him, so he'll be here shortly for everybody, but hey, man, as I said, it's been a good week. We got to commit. I actually need to wear the lane chain because I forgot to put it on, because every time I do that, I wear the lane chain, so I'll be back right quick, but hey, it's Wednesday. Let's get it. Let's go.
We'll drop. We're on a whoops. We're gonna run solo here then for the second why he dips. Hollywood, welcome, buddy. Good to see you. We're dropping like flies here. How you doing, bud?
I'm doing all right, man.
Missed you last week. Welcome back.
Yeah. Missed last week. Unfortunately, I apologize about that, guys. I had a work event going on that I could not miss. Pays the bills, so. But
I guess.
Other than that, man, doing great. Been in shambles today, trying to fix laptop issues, iPad issues, but we're here and we're having a good time.
We are here. It is, in fact, the best day of the week. We've had a great stretch of shows this week here. We had, of course, this morning on Zach Goodall talking about the practice, and we can do that while we wait for Frankie to get here in just a few moments. Next week, we got a jam-packed week. We got Seth Varnador going to be joining us next Wednesday, along with our guys from In All Kinds of Weather, JB and Kyle, or if you ain't a Gator, join us next Tuesday. So a lot of great content going to be coming your way over the next couple of weeks. Really pumped to get with Seth. Seth came on the show, talked to us about Aaron Philo and what he brings to the table. A really great breakdown. And from that is where we really felt we were kind of in the Philo camp right here. Cody and I were. Now, obviously, people still have their own opinions. There's clips flying around of these boys slinging this thing in practice. I haven't really spoke to either the two of you since those practice clips have been flying out. And I don't know if you guys have really kind of, chose a side, if you will, yet. It's kind of like back in the day, like Twilight, right? Like Jake and what was the other guy's name? You guys, Hollywood, don't play with me. I know you know Hollywood. Chat.
All I know is one was a vampire, one was a werewolf. That's it.
Yeah. So that's where we're at, right? We got a vampire and a wolf here for quarterbacks that we're battling. Maybe we should get T-shirts made for Team Philo and Team Trammell. Hollywood, while Dave works the phones there, how are you feeling right now with the clips coming out? And I think maybe our opinion may change when we sit with Seth next week. Maybe it won't. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely looked encouraging. Of course, we only get to see a portion of what's going on there, what's open to media. But I mean, the guys look good. Obviously, we all know that Trammell has a really high RPM ball. So his looks pretty coming off his hands, just jumps off of it. So that's nice to see. It's nice to hear the coaches talking about how quickly these guys or how quickly he's been picking up the offense. Obviously, we know that Philo's been in it for the last couple of years, though there are different nuances. And of course, with the Aaron Philo clips coming out, there's been a lot of, I guess, comparison to another former Gator quarterback. I've heard a lot of people say that they think his throwing motion and his mechanics look very similar to Kyle Trask. It's hard not to see it once you hear that. So I like what I see from him, and I'm looking forward to I think a QB competition that will continue to last into fall camp. I mean, ideally, you'd like to have somebody named after spring, but I think both of these guys are going to be good enough to where it's going to force it to go into fall camp.
Yeah, we've talked about that briefly on, when do we want this to happen as fans and as people who watch the game. And I said this earlier this morning. I go, look, if this would have happened last year, I probably would have been more in a panic zone. But seeing how so many teams showed up to SEC Media Day, one being Alabama, two being Tennessee, and I want to say even Missouri didn't have necessarily their quarterback named at that point. That was July, dog, right? That didn't have somebody named. Now, they probably had a feeling, but not comfortable enough to bring them to SEC Media Day. I was like, these boys are going to be in shambles. boy, was I wrong. I wish we would have been in shambles in July, right? We wish we could have flipped it around because we were rocking and rolling come July. So I honestly don't give a damn. I wouldn't mind if this thing rode its course unless it is just a night and day, because obviously more time at the one slot is the best. There was a compliment that I felt very excited to hear. We spoke about it a little bit this morning. We didn't talk about it as much as I would have liked. He spoke about the offensive line room, that it goes right now. It's I don't know where to go. And that, sometimes that can scare you of who the starter, but it didn't sound like, yeah, we're just trying to find someone to fill the gap. It's like, man, everybody is showing flashes to be the guy right now. And look, I said this going into it. Look, there's going to be a lot of concerns with this offensive line room, but my reason for being not as concerned about it was because of one, Troutwine, which is huge, but two, there's a lot of experience in that room, whether you've been there for 3 years or you have just a collective of snaps. So it's not like what it was the year prior, but it was very top heavy last year. Like it was like, yeah, you're 5 guys, ton of snaps. After that, it's like, who was that? This year, it's not the case at all. Like I showed a picture this morning, and they were showing 2 different rotations of the offensive line. I go, man, when you looked at either rotation, you're like, okay, I could see either one of these being good. Like because we don't know enough, but I know a little bit about everybody. And the way that it was coming together, I was like, man, like got Tavarian Dice thrown into this thing. Caden Jones is going into his, 3rd or 4th year. And then, of course, Big Rod and Big Rod's going into his 3rd year, right? So he just hasn't played a lot. Redshirt 3rd year. So he's still got another year or 2 more years under him, if I'm not mistaken, to play. And then, of course, Harrison Moore and TJ, all those guys that we know we brought in, that I think Harrison Moore is going to be an absolute treat. But very excited for where things are, and the transparency is still huge. Dave, how we looking, big guy?
Yeah, he said he's trying to log in through Safari, and it's blocking him out. And I'm like, well, what error is it giving you? And he's not giving me anything. So using Safari on iPhone.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm logged in through Safari, so I'm not sure what the issue would be.
Yeah,
Frankie, listen. I think if I sent the link to Mom, I think she'd figure this thing out. You know what I mean? I mean, listen, I don't. Tell him to use Google Chrome. Harris says. To be fair, Steve doesn't know how to use a computer, so maybe it's just that age group. Maybe there was a gap. That's that 06, 08 year. You know what I mean?
Yeah, sorry. I was kind of listening there. Yeah, I mean, the quarterback competition, I guess you would call it that, because we don't know who the starter is right now, is heating up pretty well. I mean, you're starting to see Tramell Jones. He throws a little bit better of a ball from what I've heard and from what I've seen from video. But you could throw a better ball, but not be accurate, not be on time, not be able to command the offense. You got to be able to do everything right. Throwing a great ball was great when Lagway was throwing it deep, but then the next year he fell off a cliff. Not saying that's going to happen with Tramell, because I just want the best quarterback to start. I don't care if it's Philo. I don't care if it's Tramell. But there's a healthy quarterback competition, right? And that's what you like to see. And you hope it's really close, right? You hope the quarterback competition is really close, because you're not going to get like the coach speak from John Summerall. He's just going to come out and say, hey, look, one of these quarterbacks is not good and the other one is. Or he's going to say, hey, look, it's close. And if it is close, then you have a really good quarterback competition. You get a guy that starts, and if something happens to that guy or he can't play or something, you got a guy that can come in and be just as equally as good. So I think that bodes well for both quarterbacks. I also think the fact that, like you said, Philo was in Faulkner's system. He can teach Tramell a lot of things about Faulkner's system as well. So it really works out between both quarterbacks, and a good, healthy quarterback competition is great. I love it.
What are some things? I mean, I don't know if you guys have I know you guys have your own people that you talk to and speak to about, how things are rocking. We've had a slew of guests on to talk about what they've seen, they've heard. I know Hollywood's ultra connected, doesn't even tell us who he talks to. This guy knew we were getting Summerall a week before we got him, guys. Just so we're clear, okay? He knew. He put it in the Discord. Anyways, Hollywood, what are some things you're hearing that other players about that are may catch some of us off guard from the practices thus far?
Oh, catch off guard. That's tough because I mean, obviously, everything that is getting spoken about is the guys that you would really want to hear about. Obviously, your Tremels, your Philos, your VB3s, Dallas Wilsons. I think the one that probably surprised me the most, and I don't know that it's going to catch people off guard because it's kind of been out there lately, but is the way in which Kanye Clark has come in and
Mm.
really kind of set a standard in the weight room, done really well in off-season conditioning, and really impressed the coaches. Somebody that has a few years of eligibility left, came over from UCLA, was a walk-on first and earned a scholarship. And to hear his name being mentioned as one of the top guys in off-season conditioning in the weight room, I thought that was a bit of a surprise. Maybe caught me a little off guard. Didn't expect him to have a
You were
huge
high on
role.
Kanye though.
What's
You were
that?
high on Kanye when we picked him up. You were actually very in our Discord. I remember you were like, "Hey, this kid's good. Like, don't sleep on him." Because at that time we were obviously needing some DB help, and you were pretty
Mhm,
big on him. So I think that you were kind of on that Kanye Clark train fairly early. And yeah, I would say it's actually a pretty good pick of like being excited about it because
mhm.
I do think there's so many other names that Eric Singleton is one that I like. We were excited about it, but we kind of just push it to the side. Not really, but because of the VB3s and the Dallas Wilsons. But now all of a sudden it's like, damn, y'all see our Eric Singleton? And he's really making a surge too. So I
Well,
think
and
Kanye is a great pick.
yeah, and I think the Eric Singleton situation too is you've seen 3 years of production, so you know what you're getting from him. Whether it be the 700 yards plus that he had as a freshman, or still somehow managing to put up 600 plus total yards of offense last year in Auburn's abysmal offense. The kid's going to make plays, so I don't think anybody would be surprised if he does so. I think it's just one of those things where, like, hey, it's expected that he's going to be a contributor into this offense, which is
There
why
we
nobody's
go.
really pointing it out.
Frankie.
What's
My
going on? I don't even want to talk about it.
hey, they were the
It's
things they were
technology.
saying about you, but not being able to figure out the computer. Stephen Harris had some words, man. I'm just saying. I was
I was on my phone the whole time, sitting there thinking like, all right, I'm gonna just log on right when it's time. Then it's like, go to Facebook. Then it's like, all right, log on to Facebook, kicking me out. Then I'm like, okay, try YouTube. YouTube blocked me. I'm like, two-step verification this, two-step verification that. I'm like,
Did you put your social in?
I should have. That might have worked.
Gonna take a credit card, charge you a little bit,
Right.
That's how
Well,
it works these days. You gotta
We
pay for stuff.
appreciate the persistency. You could easily just wave the white flag and said, "I'm not."
Listen,
These guys
I
are goofers."
was about to. I'm like, nah, I'm gonna figure this out.
That's
Well, now
why,
you're
like,
you're about to have the best day of your life, so it worked out.
Yeah.
It worked out.
That
Frankie, we
was-
appreciate it, man. Welcome to the show. Go ahead, Dave. Sorry.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, man, if you couldn't come on, we'll just do it some other time. But thank God you came through. We were just like, I hope we can get this done. Yeah, sometimes people have trouble with like Safari or Chrome, whatever. That it's happened in the past, so don't worry about it.
Cool.
We're all good now, man. Well, again, welcome to the show. We got Swolder, Hollywood, myself, Shelton. Frankie, man, how's what's your thoughts on this on the new coaching staff? I know we're kind of just getting into this thing, obviously playing for some great coaches yourself. Do you have an opinion?
The wins will be my opinion.
That's
Okay.
fair.
I think because of the coaches we kind of been through, it's just like now. I mean, from a fan perspective, it's just like cool. You say all the right things, you do everything, and then like I say, every spring everybody does all the right stuff and says the right things, and everybody looks good in the weight room, and the summer program is great, and then you win 6 games, 5 games, and it's like. So I'm like, hey, what do you think about him? Great coach. I love everything he has going on, but it's like I'll wait till November, and then I guess everybody will really tell you how they really feel about him.
So when you, as a fan now, I talk with Stephen Harris about this a lot, right? Like you make that transition from player to fan. Would you get hyped up during this time with previous coaches, and because you've kind of been burned enough, this is where you sit now? Of like, I'll wait till August to be pumped.
Yeah, I'm gonna just wait. I'm at the wedding, and it's like I love it. Like I would still get pumped about it, but at the end of the day, it's just like
Yeah.
You learn. You learn.
You get paid to win games, so it's like
See, we're guilty of getting all pumped up before the summer, and like we're in the honeymoon stage right now because it's a new coach,
exactly.
right?
And I love it too. I'm all for it, but like I said, you start out 0-2 and 0-3. It's like
And
he's gone. So
you're back in Gainesville now, right?
yes,
Well, Buchholz, correct?
yes.
Can we talk about that for a minute? What's
Sure,
going
yeah,
on there, and how what we got rocking?
So shoot, for the past, I would say 6 years, I've been in middle school football.
Mhm.
And the last 2 years I was at Kanapaha Middle School, and I basically like latched onto a good group of kids, and they're like naturally Kanapaha kids go to Buchholz. So, and I want to keep developing them. So I went over to Whittemore and talked to him and seeing was there any opportunities for me. He kind of laid it out for me, and I said, cool, if I can coach wideouts and I can still develop my kids, my freshmen that are coming in, he was all for it. And instead, I'm like, cool, I will sign me up. I'm ready.
Too cool. No, very, very cool opportunity. Buchholz is a great high school. Pumped a lot of talent. Justin Williams, our newly recruit.
Yeah.
Thoughts on Justin?
Great player. A dog in high school. So hopefully he get his opportunity when it comes at Florida. So
who's a name in the wide receiver room right now on this team that just fires you up as like, yeah, that guy's going to be. I mean, there's obviously some leaders in the room, but from your perspective that you like thus far.
In the Florida receiving room?
Yeah.
Vernell for sure, and Dallas are probably the two I think
standout ones.
Yeah, and the thing with the portal is like they come and they go, so you never know if somebody may have come in and may do. I think there's a kid from Georgia Tech. I've been seeing his name.
Eric.
Stockton.
Yeah. We were just talking.
Yeah.
Tech Stockton. Yeah.
Just because he's familiar with the offense, so it's almost like a plug and play situation. So I'm like, he could very well excel in situations because of comfortability and knowing the offense. So it just may just come easier for him. But just knowing from the guys from last year and coming into this year from that on Florida's team from last year would be Vernell and Dallas, of course.
Frankie, I always love to you know Stephen Harris, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's all right. He's on our show. We love to give him a hard time. Obviously him. We talked to a handful of players from your era. What's your thoughts on NIL and this transfer portal? Fan of it? 50-50 on it? Get it? Where are you at on it?
I feel like there almost needs to be like maybe even like a salary cap. I don't know what that number is, but I think they should just cap it like once you reach a certain. But obviously, like if they throw you on the cover NCAA, cool, you get your royalties from the game. But other than that, it's like cool, you make $500,000, $500K, and then after that, it's like it's capped, not $4 million a year. And you know what I mean? I feel like the number's just gonna keep steadily rising because it's just gonna beat the other person. Kind of like the NFL is like you look at the other person's stat and like, well, he caught this many balls and had this many yards, he got $2 million, so now I need 2.2 or 2.5, and then before you know it, it's $3 million for that person's stats because it just slowly starts to creep. So I just think they should cap it because I feel like it almost makes them want to stay in college, and then they just start jumping to see who's paying the highest price. So I think I'm all for it. You should get paid, but cap it to add a certain number. But what that number is, it's hard to figure out.
Amen. Davey?
Yeah. It's accounting numbers, man. It's like it's funny too, because like when you talk about NIL and the cap and all that, it's like the agents want to make money, right? So they're trying to raise the price as much as they can too to get a percentage of it. So it's like it gets to a point now that's like where you're paying $5 million to an unproven high school kid that's coming in here, and you're starting to see now where teams are starting to wait to the portal time to get a quarterback because they already know what they're going to get out of that quarterback, but they don't know what they're going to get out of the 5-star quarterback from wherever, right? From whatever high school. So besides that, I mean, we were talking about coaching changes. and all of that. And of course, like you're not a fan of the coaching changes. None of us are because we won't want to stay here forever. But you were recruited by Urban.
Mhm.
You eventually Urban turns into Will Muschamp. And how did you like? How did that team go through that transition? Because I always like to ask that question because as a player, you get used to one coach, right? And then a new coach comes in, has a new system, and everything's flipped either upside down or some things stay the same. Or how is that? And how did the team transition from Meyer to Will Muschamp when he came in?
Um, from a offensive perspective, I would have preferred to keep Urban Meyer just because he's from
Us
that
too.
side of the ball. You know what
Us
I mean?
too.
So of course he puts his hands on that. So it's like Muschamp, great coach. He's just defensive minded. So his expertise is on the defensive side of the ball. And then he hired like an OC to kind of take over the offense because he just offense ain't his thing. And the offense, I feel like somewhat suffered because of it. But you know what I mean? That's the hire, that's the coach they picked. And like I said, I love Muschamp, and shoot, we did exceptionally well. Defense was off the charts when I was playing, but obviously I would love a coach that comes from the offensive side of the ball. But the transition, I would say, wasn't bad. It was just different. Like I say, because you coming from an offensive coach to a defensive coach, and like I say, some coaches have a better balance of it. And like I say, Urban Meyer, because he had Coach Strong, and like I feel like with him, it was offense and defense was great. But I feel like with Muschamp, the defense was more. Our defense was our strong, so it was like offense. Hey, do what you can. Defense gonna handle it, kind of situation.
You guys really didn't live in a world that you could leave either. Go ahead, Hollywood.
No, we couldn't leave. We had the city year, and there were stipulations tied to it. If you did leave, it was
You had to like it, Frank. You ain't got to lie to us.
it was. I think they need to do something about that too with the kids leaving, like in the spring, in the summer, and I think they're starting to make some changes to it now, or like are shutting down.
They got rid of the spring, but like it's legally not there.
Mm-hmm.
The thing about wide open. Yeah, it's always
okay. It's still ways around it.
There's no rules, so like we're just hanging on by a thread.
Yeah, so I think they should need to do that instead of just like, hey, kids, like, oh, I'm not starting here. I went through spring. I'm like, I don't like it, and leave. And then, like I say, I feel like that hurts the high school kids the most because now coaches don't want to get the kids from high school no more because they're like, I can get a kid who already is college ready, who knows how to come to meetings, who knows how to be on time and kind of know how to be a college athlete already, even though he may not have started at some other school. He knows how to go about his business already, and I don't have to he don't have to go through that learning phase of getting up at 6 a.m. and body getting adjusted to weights and eating right and doing all this. It's kind of like he's already been there, done that. He's already ready to go. He just got to learn how to play some ball, learn these plays, X's and O's, and we good to go. And then you get the kid who may be a great athlete who need maybe a year or two to get developed, gets pushed to the side or doesn't get that scholarship offer to a bigger school because we getting the guy from Cal who was over there and redshirted and was probably a 4 or 5 star, but didn't get any playtime. We're gonna take him over, you know what I mean, the recruit out of South Florida who could have easily grabbed, but he's
I think you're kind of already seeing that with programs kind of capping their high school recruits that they're willing to take at like 20, like gone are the days of 30-person high school recruiting classes, aside from like USC, who was the anomaly that did it this year and took like 37 high school kids.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's kind of completely gotten rid of JUCO. You don't see a lot of JUCO players stepping up to that Power 4 level now because everybody's pulling kids from G5 schools or FCS programs that have 1,000-yard production seasons and stuff like that.
Right.
So it's definitely changed the landscape of college football a ton. I guess the next thing I would ask you, Frankie, then would be, how hard is it when you're going through that coaching transition to buy into somebody new? Obviously, like we said, you went through the process. You went from Urban Meyer to Will Muschamp. As somebody that was in the program, when somebody comes in and tells you what their plan is it kind of like, yeah, cool, we'll see? Or how quickly do you buy into that? Can you kind of sense the genuineness of the coach when they're there?
To some degree. I mean, to be honest, I feel like some coaches you can see through the bullshit, to be honest.
Okay.
And you can just feel it. But I feel like most of the time they've been doing it for a while. Because when I was there, I think I went through 4 receiver coaches because I think I started with Coach G for 2 years. He left, and then I had a Zani 1 year, and then I had Aubrey Hill 1 year. Then my senior year, Aubrey started, and then there was like a scandal going on because he was at Miami, and he had to he literally left the middle of training camp because he was going to be our receiver coach. I would have had him for 2 years, but he left because something was coming up at Miami, and he thought his name might have came up in it, so he left in the middle of training camp, and we basically I had a GA for my receiver coach my senior year. So it's like I said, you get a coach who comes in with the expertise and knows what he's doing and has already regiment. Cool, we can stick to it. We learn the plays and we roll with it because I mean sometimes you really ain't got no choice, but you can kind of see where stuff kind of fits in it and it doesn't. Because I think my 20 would have been Muschamp's first year. We had Charlie Wise. Love Charlie Wise. He has a great system, but in my opinion, I don't think the system fit Florida's players because he was at Notre Dame and obviously he coached Tom Brady and the Patriots. So he was breaking down film and it's max protect, 2 receivers. You know what I mean? You got the big linemen and they running, you know what I mean, mid-level routes, deeper routes, max pro and running 18-yard digs. I'm like, we got Andre DeBose and Solomon Patton. Give us a bubble, and you know what I mean. Let us run. You know what I mean. Let us run. We're not doing that. You know what I mean. And it's kind of knowing how to tweak it so that it fits the personnel. And I think that was where the struggle was. I think between at least us as a player. At least that's what I felt was hey, I know your system works. You showed us film. Yes, you won a freaking Super Bowl with the offense, but you
also have Tom Brady. Tom Brady helped. We don't have Tom. I don't know if anybody's looked in the room
right now. So
we're missing a key piece to the success for us on that offense. It's 12. In the backfield.
He didn't want to change, so then he left 1 year and left, and then they brought in
Brent Pease, right?
Brent Pease from Boise, and his system. It was kind of like a similar style. I think that would have worked. Like I say, it's just tweaking your offense to the players. You got to put the right pieces in the right spots, and I think that's where the coaching can't just drop it in there. It's this is going to work. Nah, it may not work because this guy may not be good at this. So you may need to, like I say, it's just tweaking some routes and adjusting some concepts to make it work. And I think that's where I feel like we struggled a bit. It's just finding the right pieces and putting them in the right place.
That's interesting hearing you talk about Charlie Weiss, because I think that was the thing we kind of complained about last year with our offensive. We had all these superstars and we just weren't utilizing them. And that is the excitement headed into this year with Buster. And you kind of talked about Bailey Stockton coming over from Georgia Tech. Eric Singleton also was from Georgia Tech. So you got a lot of speedster there. And Buster, his background and what he gets a lot of praise for is his ability to adapt. So for me, hearing you say that of hey, you got to be able to know what your personnel, what you're working with, fired me up even more of we got a guy that does that. That's great.
Yeah, I think so. So as long as I think those adjustments can be made, and I see from a fan perspective, if a fan can somewhat pick that up, I feel like you might need to make some changes. The average person can hey, this should be happening. Why are we just doing this? We running the same 3 plays over and over and over again. It's if a fan can pick that up just watching it, I'm we may
the other team's got your number.
Right.
08 or 06, who's winning?
Ooh,
Frankie.
I'm gonna just say 08.
Yeah, okay. I try to tell Steve all the time, but he's a little old, so we don't want to get into ego. Get into round up.
06, the personnel, they were youngins. 06, so you got those freshmen and sophomores who were basically seniors in 08. So I think the 08 team's definitely better.
Quality Cluck says, "What's good, Frank Dog? Tell him who's the Gator of champions."
Tell Dez I say what's up, man. I see it down there.
Des the man. They actually, I need to get with Des about aquatic clucks. Maybe we can work something out for the spring game. Maybe. I think it'd be about it. Real quick, Gator Jeremy put $2 for the for Frankie's Starlink fund. When we couldn't get you on, Frankie, we were concerned with you. So it's a family affair here.
For my struggles. Appreciate you, Jeremy.
Family affair. Frankie, I love to we've had Major right on, and obviously of the big hit against Oklahoma. You had yourself a catch, if you will. We have a couple of catches versus Tennessee. Cool to kind of get a compilation of all
That's my favorite
wide,
game, by the way.
of the wide receivers of making big time plays. Can we get in the helmet of Frankie during that and walk us through where you were expecting the ball? Just walk us through that moment.
Actually, I forgot who was running it. I think Amarius Hines was next to me. I think he may have had a corner route, but I was running a whip route, so I was supposed to go back out. But the quarterback kind of throws you where you should go. So based on the ball took me back inside, so he threw it back on my inside because I stopped. Like if you see the play, I was breaking back out, but as soon as I broke, I seen him throw the ball. I'm like, okay, I'm coming back in. So once I caught it, I'm like, okay, there's nobody in here.
Off to the races.
I'm cutting across the field, and I seen Jay Reed and Dunbar kind of in front of me. And so I was just, at that time, I was just reading blocks and being an athlete. So, yeah, I mean, I got to credit that throw to Driscoll because if the play told me to break out, but obviously from his field of view, he probably could see that there was probably somebody sitting out there. I can't remember precisely, but in those kind of routes, they kind of throw you where they want you to go. So he threw me back in. And I follow suit.
I love hearing this too because people look at wide receivers and they just think you guys just run around and hope to catch a football. Where there's so much more to it. Of like you got to understand, like, hey, if I break out here, I'm going to have an opportunity here. Sometimes you run out with two options and have to read the defense of like if this then that type of situation. Correct. But even still trusting, that's where that relationship comes in. Of like you are completely once you're out there, you can't see anymore to an extent, and so you're blindly trusting your quarterback to lead you sometimes to a T-bone or some.
Yeah, that's where ball placement is I would say key, especially on those drag routes underneath with those linebackers, like where you got to sit in zones. Like if he put it this way, he's telling you like turn that way. If he throws it on this side, he's probably trying to tell you like, hey, slow down. I want you to come back this way because you got a middle linebacker outside.
Hell is on the way. Yeah,
right. So he's telling you like. Turn back that way. So it's kind of those kind of slight indication. Like sometimes, hey, he can't get it to you. Hey, you kind of got to feel your way through some stuff. But most of the time, you can see it before it's happening. Most of the time, but every once in a while, they get you. It's part of the game.
Yeah, real quick. By the way, you were talking about Driscoll. When Driscoll was playing, he wasn't really much of a talker. He's more to himself. He's still in the league, by the way. He's still making some money in the league. Shout out to
wild. Hey, that backup life is a lucrative life, boys. I don't think people realize that it's a high quality job. All right, it's pretty solid. And it's honestly a huge compliment. Like I don't think people realize that. Like it's not like it's just given to people. To hang on to that is you got to know your way around the football field to continue to be that. It's a long time.
You gotta be a good quarterback.
There's only 32 that can play, so you're one leg away from playing. I don't need
that backup. You got it, and to be in the league for that long, he's definitely doing everything right, and obviously ready when his number's called to go in there and handle business.
Yeah, real quick. I was just gonna say, what was he like? Like we never really learned his personality. What was he like in the locker room? And Cody just messaged me. He said, "What was your welcome to the SEC moment?"
So, well, back to Driscoll. Driscoll's, yes, he is quiet into himself, but I think once he, like locker room wise, he talks. He talks. He's not, I wouldn't say he's the most talkative person, but obviously a QB, you have to be able to communicate and get your point across. And he relayed every message and things weren't right. He knew how to reel it back in. And like I said, his career at Florida probably wasn't touted as one of the greatest, but like I said, as a quarterback and him doing what he needed to do as a leader and a quarterback for the Gators, he did everything he needed to do to get the job done.
We're doing good now.
It does make you wonder with how much. Again, I would consider his tenure in the NFL very successful, right?
Yeah.
And you wonder if we could have got an offensive coordinator that wasn't, dialing up Tom Brady's specials. What could have been? I mean, that's just always a thought.
Definitely, but
no shots. I'm just joshing. What is your welcome to the SEC moment though? That is a good question from the prof.
Practice. My first year in training camp. I mean, I've gotten hit from plenty of people. Spikes has hit me. I got licked by Major once in training camp too, but it was just a thing. Urban Meyer had this thing where it's like you had to get your stripe off your helmet. And I was like, you became like officially a part of the team when you got the stripe off. So everybody was doing like everything they could to get the stripe off, and everybody else is trying to keep you from not getting it. So it's like you're trying to go all out, and they like, yeah, I'm gonna make sure you stay where you need to stay.
You got to earn it, yeah. It
right,
isn't a freebie.
Exactly. So you go out there and bust your tail. But I think training camp, Spikes had got me one good time. Major got me one good time. I think I can remember those two vividly, and I was like, and at the time, I'm probably 170 pounds, soaking wet.
Oof.
You know what I mean? Still trying to get my weight up, still trying to figure it out. And I had just got there because I didn't enroll early. So I got there like June. Did like a month of summer training. It was like
fresh meat. I mean, just
spring. And I think back in those days, we had 2 full like practices. So you practice in the morning, you literally blow up mattresses in the locker room. We literally sleeping for like 2 hours. They come blowing the horn. We go eat, pad back up. We go right back out, jump in the vans, go to the volleyball fields, and we back at it again.
Damn, they're in paradise now, huh, Frankie?
Oh, yeah.
Them bastards.
The second practice is like it's a walkthrough, but it's considered a practice. But yeah, I think
now they're getting protein shakes. They're getting tubs.
Facilities.
They ain't got a clue, do they, Frank?
Cryotherapy, yeah, they got everything now. Before it was just
sleeping chambers.
All we had
you had to walk to the football field in the snow up 3 miles. I know. I remember.
We did have to walk. We had to walk across the street every day, and then in training camp we had to walk. Well, we didn't walk. They bused us to where Southwest Rec is. There's a volleyball fields, and then there's like these 2 fields right behind it. Urban Meyer used to have training camp there and I feel like that was like the hottest place on campus because he would put tarp around it, and we go to work on those 2 little fields. I don't know what was so special about that. And then once he left, Muschamp would have us on the lacrosse fields, which I just felt was a little bit nicer and didn't feel like so
you
grunt
guys didn't
work.
Have the indoor facility.
No, we ain't have that luxury. I kind of liked it because if it was thundering, there was like we had to go inside. So you know what I mean? Practice was delayed. So that was the only benefit of not having the indoor at the time. It's just like we hear some thunder. We're like, oh, time. We got 30 minutes to get a little time out. But now it's just like if it rain, sleet, snow, thunder, whatever, we're still practicing. Right. We in the indoor regardless, and we still gonna get this in. So
who was funniest player you ever played with?
Funniest. Quinn was funny. Dunbar was funny. Who else was a jokester? Justin Williams was also hilarious, but not really a jokester, just because he just would do some funny stuff and he'd be serious, but we'd laugh at him.
Just a goober.
Yeah. Those 2 probably stick out the most.
I love it. Well, Frankie, I'm glad we got your internet, or I don't know what was going on your end. We'll leave it. We'll blame technology. It was AI.
I'm good now. If I ever need me to log on, I got it down pat. I will be on in 30 seconds. Just let me know.
Dennis says, tell them how they called us everything but a child of God, but in front of our parents, they talked as if they were a preacher.
Yes. Yeah. When you, I know exactly what Dennis talking about. He was just because Urban Meyer, I guess once you obviously when he recruits you, he says all the right stuff. And then when you get there, it's like you got to earn your rights. So he's like, sometimes it's almost like you walk by, he's like, "Who are you?" Like, and as a you know what I mean?
Ago, he was like, "I'd love for you to be here. It'd be so awesome to have you part of this."
I love you. I got you, child. You know what I mean? You were just in my living room 4 months ago, and then you walk by, and it's like, I don't even exist. And I get it. It's kind of like you got to earn your keep. You know what I mean? When you, it's like getting that stripe off. Once you become one, then hey, we'll talk. But other than that, it's like just like anything else. I feel like during the army or anything, they treat you like trash, and then once you become one of us, it's like you good to go. Which I think was good because it made you want it more. But like I said, the days of transfer portal, you do that now, they just gonna
see ya.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead down to Miami or UCL. I don't like how this situation's going. Instead of just sitting there and just battling through
Working through it. Harris says major love to you, boss. Go ahead, Dave.
Yeah, I was gonna say real quick. Obviously, you knew who the Pounceys were because you shared locker rooms with them and stuff like that, or at least maybe you did because they.
Yeah. I was playing 2 years with one, 3 years with the other.
Yeah. Have you tried their new whiskey, Twin Pea whiskey?
I have not. I've been seeing it on social media. I need to check it out.
It's pretty good. And real quick, coming by Harmonic Woods again.
Yeah, I'm all for it.
You going to the spring game?
I will be there.
Shit, Frankie, we're having an Olympics. You down, Frankie? You want to be part of the Olympics?
I think so.
I'm being serious. You want to be on one of the teams? We have 5 team captains. If you want a spot, I'll spot yours. Stephen Harris is going to be there. You can't be on his team. That's not. You can be on mine. I'm drafting you right now. You want to be on the team? I'm dead serious.
We'll talk.
All right. He's like, this is what's crazy. He's like,
what am I getting into?
Yeah, he goes, I need to hold on. What am I saying yes to?
Yeah.
Frankie, you were the man. I appreciate you. Be good. Go Gators. I'm serious though. The offer is extended. We'll be in touch. We're also running a 40 if you want to come by.
Yeah,
on Friday.
You'll smoke all of us, but
you got sub 540.
Sub 5? Yeah, I'm definitely sub 5.
Okay, I should have asked. Sure. That was my bad. Listen to why we're ahead.
Why would you question?
My fault.
With these high schoolers and middle school, I don't, just in case they try me, I still got to make sure I'm up to par.
Okay. All right. Frank, you be the man. I appreciate you. Go Gators, boss.
Yeah, man. Go Gators.
Go Gators, Frankie.
Go Gators, man. Thank you.
Appreciate it, man.
Frankie, everybody. That was an awesome interview, man. Shout out to Frankie. Glad that he was able to figure out his internet. That was touch and go there for a minute. All right, guys. We got a major announcement. We got a big one.
Do we?
We got a big one. We're gonna bring in the squad here to announce this thing. We got the boys are all here. Dave and I are the only ones who know what's going on. The rest of these twat muffins ain't got a clue what's about to happen here. So buckle the hell up, ladies and gentlemen. This is the moment you've been waiting for.
It's time.
Here we go.
Hi, Top Gang. Coach Summerall here. Just want to let y'all know we're excited about hosting you at the indoor for the 40-yard dash the day before the spring game. Go Gators.
Let's go! Let's go!
That's awesome.
The indoor? I was muted.
Cody better sign the waiver.
Hi, Top Gang. Coach Summerall here. Just want to let y'all know we're excited about hosting you at the indoor for the 40-yard dash the day before the spring game. Go Gators.
Fuck yeah!
Let's go!
Yo, that's awesome.
With
That's
the
fucking
laser.
unreal.
With
That
the
is
laser,
awesome.
baby. Cody, how about him, kid? How about him, kid?
I'm absolutely
Hey,
speechless.
This is bro. This is for you, dog. You deserve this shit. This is what. Hey, all this shit that you get, bro. This is what it's all about, dog. I'm pumped. I'm proud of you. You're not gonna break sub 5 now because you're gonna be sweating bricks. But I'm so proud of you, bro. Bro, get out of here, dude. You're fucking shitting now. I'm shitting. I'm
loving this. I'm just taking it all in.
I'm stressed as all hell.
I guess he saw the videos. I guess he
It
saw
had
the
to.
video. I've been atting him.
Good thing you
I
tagged
can
him.
quit atting him now.
Good thing you tagged him.
Hey, Mylan. Is he asleep?
Son,
he's
come here.
asleep. Mylan, come here.
You want to wake up for this, Mylan?
Come here. I'm gonna give him the headphones.
Yeah.
Hello?
Hey, buddy, you ready?
Hold on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hi, Top Gang. Coach Summerall here. Just want to let y'all know we're excited about hosting you at the indoor for the 40-yard dash the day before the spring game. Go Gators.
You're gonna be at the 40 at the indoor facility, bro. You're gonna see Pops getting speedy.
Facility. How cool is that?
That's sick. At the indoor facility?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love you.
You better
Love you,
practice.
Bubba. He's like, I don't play
I
games.
better
Dad.
practice. I've been practicing.
Have you run a 40-yard dash?
Oh my gosh, get out of here. Go to bed.
Exactly.
Are you
Now he's
pumped, bro?
grilling me. Oh yeah.
Dude, I'm pumped, man. Hey, we got some super chats flowing, bro. Well, we got $100 from Between the Hedges, who also became a member today. Welcome, Between the Hedges. My guy says, "Go, Cody, go. You got this. Work your plan. No pressure." Hold on, I can't read this. No pressure. Indoor facility spring game. Love your passion for UF. We're trying to get better at basketball. Can you please get better at football? Love High Top. Good to see Gator Nation excited again. Go Dogs. Go Dogs. Thanks, man. Thanks for $100, Poss. I appreciate you,
man. Appreciate
$10
the love, man.
voice to the moon from Michael. Gator Jeremy's fired up. You got this, Professor. We got new motivation, bro. Yeah, I mean, Cody's crying. Cody's crying. He's fucking crying. I love it. Oh, look at it, boys. Incredible. Incredible. I love it, Bubby. I love you, man. I love you, man. Oh, dude.
Much love,
I'm
Cody.
so, bro.
Oh
When I
my
called you to
gosh.
wake up today, I'm so pumped that you were sleeping because I called you to tell you, and I go, fuck that. We're doing this on the show today. And I was like, don't tell anybody. This thing, nobody knew. Steve didn't know. Hollywood didn't know. I was like, David, this thing dies at the hill. We're putting Cody in a blender tonight. I love it. Let's go, baby.
I got
Let's go, baby.
text earlier today, and the first person
Oh,
I said,
shit. Cody's going to get me crying, you bastard.
I texted
I'm
Shelby.
sorry. I'm just it's
Oh,
emotional, man.
God.
Never. Well, this thing started as a joke, and it's
Still
dude,
is.
it's changing lives, man. It's changing lives.
It's
Oh,
real
around.
now.
Yeah.
Hollywood had to log off. He was so emotional.
Dude, I was so excited. I had to step away for a minute. No,
Yeah.
I was trying to figure out the mic situation.
I wish
that
we
got
could see.
figured out, but
I wish we could see Jeremy because Jeremy is blubbering right now.
Oh yeah.
Christine
That's
says he's got us all
amazing.
crying. Speech.
Hey, don't ever let anybody tell you can never do anything. If you believe in yourself, hey, it's an audience of one clap for a long time. Okay,
Oh,
there's one clap for a long time, and it's just you. Even people in this house didn't believe me. So, just keep grinding, do whatever you want to do in life. Stop being dreamers and start being doers today. If you got a goal.
let's go from the prof himself, boys. We do got. Hey, so we are raising money. I'm gonna talk with him to see what we can do. And my pitch is gonna be, hey, if someone wants to come run alongside Cody, $500, you can come do the 40 with us, and everything that we get is gonna be donated to the Boys and Girls Club of Gainesville. So,
Yep.
Also the day that we stream it, we'll be doing all donations to the Boys and Girls Club as well. So I don't know if it's gonna be able to be as big as it once was. So I know people were planning on coming down. I do apologize if you do plan accordingly. This is a monumental moment, and we're going to take full advantage of it. We're still doing the show at Alma Mater at 12. So I'm not saying that we can't have anybody yet. We literally had got this today, and we're speaking with their people, and we're trying to figure this thing out. So
Yeah, we're still trying to figure out details with UF Communications. So they have sent us waivers. So we'll have the waiver signed so we can run the 40. But we're still trying to figure everything out between like recording, going live, what people can join, what people can't, that kind of stuff. So nothing set in stone yet, but that's the plan.
a couple more super chats here. Look at this. $200 from Eric McClan here. Get this man an iPad. Get this man something, boys. Get this. Cody is shivering right now. I talked to him for 20 minutes today. He's like, "What's the big news?" I lied to him. Told him something else, but worth it. Yeah, that was a lie, Cody. What I told you. $5
Okay.
says we really went from a coach who said y'all live in your basement to a coach who believes in our family. GMFG for life. Yeah, I was like, bro, what sucks now is like we can never hate on John. Like the guy can go 1-11 next year. It's like, yeah, guy's a great dude. Great, guy's great. Guy's great.
But
Man,
he's
I'm
going to
fired
tell you
up.
he's not going to anyway. So he's going to be like, no, we're going to win.
Yeah, but Between the Hedges got the ball rolling. Shout out to Between the Hedges.
Yeah. It started with him. It really started with him.
Got the people going. Great
He planted-
show.
he
Told
planted
you it was
seed
major.
and-
Told you it was major news, boys. Told you it was major news. We were gonna do a guy. Cody, you usually break down film. You good or you good? You collect?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm right. Yeah, I'm good.
He's breaking
Locked
down.
in.
Yeah.
It's
Look,
just-
here's
it's
what's
like it started as a joke, and this thing is just. I mean, it's taken off. It feels it's like almost like an out of body experience.
yeah.
Like what's happening right now. You
What's
never
even
even
cooler-
think about it.
What
that
people
could
don't
happen.
know too. We won't get too personal, but you were headed to work 2 hours ago.
Yeah.
And for a slight change, you had to come back, so you actually got to be on the show like officially, and not at work on your cell phone, and really get to
Yeah.
soak it all in. So, God works in mysterious ways. Big opportunity. Big
He does,
opportunity.
for
I
sure.
told you I was going to be the best day of the week. I thought I was just
Yeah.
playing around.
This is awesome, and I'm so excited for the Gainesville Boys and Girls Club too. So
Yeah,
keeping
look,
it,
and
keeping it
Cody,
in house there.
we all give you crap just as a joke, because if we don't give you crap, that means we don't like you on the show. But
Yeah.
I'm your biggest fan, dude. I like, honestly, I'm like, hey, look, I hope he runs a sub-5. I really do. But if you don't, look what you did. I mean, look how much weight you lost.
Yeah, he's definitely not
Okay.
running sub-5. Let's,
Yeah, but-
let's guys, we can be dreamers, but let's.
He
Easy.
said, "Don't be dreamers, let's be doers."
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
You'll beat me because I'm really old. But I just want to say I'm proud of you, dude. Like, for real, I'm really proud of you, man.
Appreciate it, man.
I love it. $50 from
Damn,
Great
and I'm gonna
Pressure.
Missed the Friday too.
Damn, dog.
Connor.
I only
We'll
got
be
the,
live streaming it.
only got the permission slip for one day.
Fair enough. Look, we got beggars can be choosers. $5, Cody. You get sub
Fair.
5. I'll donate one of my season ticket games to a family of y'all's choosing.
Connor,
Cody,
we can do
there's-
a makeup day. Unless someone
Cody's
do a
gonna.
makeup
Cody's
day.
getting sub 80 now. Cody, coach also invited you to come break 80 at Bostic too. I don't know if you saw that video, but congrats, Cody. Congrats, High Top. I love it. Let's talk about our big commit today. Can we do that for a minute? Is
Yeah.
it pronounced Tremont Collins? Is that how it's pronounced?
Yeah.
Okay. Good stuff there. So let's
job,
I got I'm on the ball here. All right. We're gonna have the graphic up for just a minute here. Let's break down this film. The 6'2", 185, 4-star athlete. I'm gonna call him a top 100 player. He's ranked 103 in Rivals. He's a blue chip stock, is what we like to call him here around or on the show. I believe that he'll probably end up transitioning into a top 100 once it's all the dust is settled. But this was somebody who was committed a little bit ago, decommitted in December when basically the announcement happened for Coach Summerall. So for us to swing back around here, sorry, Connor, picking back up is a great pickup. And I love it. It adds to what is starting to be a very healthy 2027 class on top of the noise that is surrounding him. Clark is I know, a big fan, guy from Central Florida or that South Florida area. We know Connor's be fired up, but Prof, I'll let you carry the smoke here, but let's keep the hotness rolling. Thoughts on our guy Collins here, the 4-star athlete that we just landed.
You good?
Yeah, listen, when you see the word athlete in front instead of just wide receiver or cornerback or what have you, you're getting something special. Here you can see he can move in space, read blocks very well. You can use him at running back, wide receiver, DB, punt return, kick return. I feel like Florida's kind of missed on these guys. You look back when Florida was great; they've always had athletes. You look at some great athletes. Brendan James being one of them. Considered an athlete when he was coming out. And I feel like these guys are game changers because when you get the ball in their hands, they're absolute lightning. He's got speed for days. So I guess your biggest question with him is where do you want him, right? Do you want him on the inside? Do you want him on the outside? He's going to do a great job jumping up and getting this late ball here. And he's probably going to run this thing back, I'm going to guess, for a touchdown. Let's see it. Great vision, Great cut.
Yeah.
He's gone. Yeah, nobody even touches him. And then watch him pull away. I mean, he's probably. I would guess he's probably a 4-4 guy, on the lasers, easily.
So he's sub 5, is what you're saying.
Yeah, he's definitely sub 5.
Cody's
Look, he's
familiar.
got the juice.
Cody's familiar.
Yeah, he's got the juice in space tackling too. So it's not just a straight line speed. That's actually what they're working with Singleton on is his in and out and weaving. And this guy was just a natural of scoring touchdowns. Super excited to get him. What was his ranking? What is he a top
103
150?
on Rivals, 106 composite. So
Okay,
right,
so
right
top
there.
another top 150 athlete, and it's a guy that, I mean, you just look. The angle was great
6'2",
there by the
185.
safety.
6'2",
Yeah.
185 is his
That
size.
guy's gonna be a terror.
Clarky?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know that I can beat Cody's breakdown, nor would I want to. He's a 10-800 meter kid in track. So he's a sub 11 second 100-meter guy. Something that translates to the field. You can see him pulling away from guys, beating angles. I think he was a big one, getting him back into the class, because a lot of the guys that they're recruiting at the wide receiver position right now are about 6 foot and under. So getting somebody with a little bit of size that can play inside, outside, I think was important. Getting him back in the class, I think is a big pull for them.
And now with this is 3 commits to the 2027 class. This puts us ranked 15th nationally, according to On3. We probably should take a look at the 247 since they've changed their rules. But he is the highest rated commit. Again, he goes along with Amari Nugent, the cornerback that committed a few weeks ago. He's still in concussion protocol after Coach John Summerall leveled him to the ground. And then Jackson Bollinger, the tight end, 6'5", 230. Keep an eye on him. He's a top 400 recruit or top 500 recruit right now, but keep an eye on him. Tight ends usually kind of surge a little bit later on. So again, to me, this is a very great start to the 2027 class. And people may think I'm being facetious when I say that, but I genuinely mean that, given the fact that this staff got here 2 months ago and we're extremely behind the 8 ball. And I think they've done a phenomenal job. I've said it before, of really getting the momentum heated up, and they have crushed it this past couple of weeks here with having people visiting along the likes of the Brewster kid, the number 1 defensive lineman, the number 1 player in the country. Having him, the Caden Henderson, I believe is how it's pronounced, the number 1 linebacker, who didn't place us in his top 5, but John Summerall says, I don't care. We're getting up after it. So they are, and of course we're still treating for Max Hiller, the number one inside offensive lineman in the country. Very impressive things, given the fact that when you think of what happened with you completely flipping everything over, there's no momentum. You were literally starting from ground zero, and it really gets back to, like, we feel like, I don't know what it is, man. And maybe I am so high on this Kool-Aid right now, boys. I am just floating. I swear to goodness, they put something in the uniforms. They look bluer and oranger. Somebody tell me I'm not crazy. I swear, when I see the clips, I'm like, it just looks brighter. Like it looks better. I don't know. Tell me I'm not wrong, chat. Boys, don't tell me I'm crazy. I'm not just saying this shit. It looks brighter. It may be a little bit of a saturation on the edit, but that doesn't matter. Okay, it looks brighter.
I think it's just the vibe around the campus. You can literally feel it through Twitter of the way this thing is changing. Every time they interview somebody that's on campus, everybody says this is a 360 in energy of what the prior regime was.
Hey, real quick, boys. When my mom comments in here, real quick, she got new glasses, and I didn't recognize yesterday. So when she says something, y'all just real quick in the chat, hey, love the glasses, mom. All right, chat. So dial that in real quick. I think she's behind the live stream, so if she says something, she's gonna cheese out. All right, so just do that for me. Drop the ball on that one, boys. But yeah, no, love it. Great pickup for the class. Very excited that we were able to get a nice little commit today. I saw the real Heisman tweet. Put it in a little Discord, had me juiced up, and then sure enough, here we go. So hopefully we can continue on this momentum. Obviously, we're still training for Frederick Ards, which will be a big pickup. A couple big time edges are in there as well too. So all great stuff. I mean, gentlemen, great show. High top to the moon. $5 from Kenny, $2 from Great Pressure. Cody, I'm running with you, brother. I love it. We're doing the best we can to get that figured out. Reminder, next Thursday, we'll be live from Best Bet here in St. Augustine, Florida, doing March Madness. Tomorrow, we got ourselves a nice little call-in show early in the morning. Friday morning, we've got Isaac joining us from Florida Victorious to talk all things football. Friday afternoon, we got the watch party, and we are just hopping and rolling in here. And of course, next week we got Iffy and a Gator on Tuesday. We've got Seth Varner on Wednesday. But we ain't stopping is the point here, okay? We're not going anywhere. We're running 40s at elite speeds.
We're like Waffle House. We're open 24/7.
So if you hate what you see, sorry, we ain't going nowhere. Right? Buckle in for the long haul. Buckle in for the long haul.
Did you guys see if you ain't a Gator did the treadmill challenge?
Yeah.
Ooh. Wow.
The walking on the treadmill holding a 30-pound medicine ball, the Rusty Wit challenge. Yeah.
Yeah,
I would have
Rusty
tried
Wit
it.
challenge.
I would have gotten injured. So, yeah.
I'm injured thinking about it.
Too
I'm
old
injured
for
thinking
it.
about it. Well, gentlemen, great show. Great Wednesday. If you didn't get your 67-cent cheeseburger from McDonald's, you still have time. Okay. It tasted a little bit better today. It tastes better on the best day of the week. I'm glad to see that everybody's getting involved with, of course, what is the best day of the week. Y'all be good. Be safe. Have a great day. Cody, closing thoughts, last little words of motivation for the people at home.
Hey, just put your mind to it and do it, boys. Just put your mind to it and do it. Don't ever let anybody tell you can't do it. Fuck the haters.
Hey.
Peace and love, boys.
Knows the brew. Professor steps in with the foam in the air, got a brew in his hand.